Hello, my name is Leslie, and I will be discussing the controversial figure of Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the Impaler, also known as Vlad III, Vlad Dracul, meaning Vlad the Dragon, a name from his father for being a member of Order of the Dragon, or, most famously, Dracula, was born on November 2nd, 1431, in Sighișoara, Transylvania. In 1436, him and his family moved to Târgoviște, Wallachia, where his father, Vlad II Dracul, became a voivode, meaning a ruler of Wallachia during the rivalry with the Ottoman Empire. His father joined the Order of the Dragon, which was a chivalric order to defend Christianity against its enemies, which made him an enemy to the Ottomans. Vlad III and his brother Radu III, also known as Radu the Handsome, were taken as hostages by the Ottoman Empire to ensure their father would obey and follow the Ottomans' policies. Those years really impacted Vlad's life because he was exposed to Turkish culture, studying many subjects including the art of war, and was exposed to the Turkish Janissary Corps, which gave him an insight to their war tactics which he later used. Vlad's hatred for the Ottomans grew stronger during this time, as it is presumed he faced torture as a form of discipline for his bad behavior, which is where we can assume he learned his torture tactics. During this time, he also developed a hatred for his brother Radu because he converted to Islam, becoming loyal to the Ottomans and encouraging their expansion, and he developed a distrust in his father for giving him up. Vlad's first reign. After Vlad's father and older brother Mirka were killed, his older brother allegedly being burned alive, the Ottomans invaded Wallachia and placed Vlad to the throne. In 1448, Vlad ascended the throne for only 2 months because he did not have a strong support from the noblemen, and John Hunyadi, governor of the Kingdom of Hungary, replaced him with his brother Radu III, who had been faithful to the Ottomans. Vlad's second reign was the most significant and bloodiest, lasting 6 years, from 1456 to 1462. This is where he establishes his nickname, the Impaler, because of his punishments during this era. After hearing Mehmed II's plan to invade Wallachia, Vlad decided to scare them away, and in 1462, Vlad directed the night attack of Târgoviște with his troops against the Ottomans. Since Vlad's forces were smaller than the Ottomans, he used a tactic to have his forces dressed like the enemy, and he used the darkness of that night to his advantage. The attack was very chaotic, because Vlad's forces would set fire to their enemies' camps, and he even tried killing Mehmed II but couldn't since he managed to escape. This event was significant in Vlad's history because it established a foundation of terror and fear which contributes to his ruthless reputation. Vlad's controversies. Following shortly after the night attack of Târgoviște, it is presumed he had 20,000 dead bodies impaled on wooden stakes arranged in an area of more than 7 acres, earning its name Forest of Corpses. Vlad's most controversial, significant, and main torture tactic was impaling, which is why he earned his nickname, the Impaler. Vlad would impale his victims with a stake, often oiled, and would impale them slowly, causing a slow, agonizing death. He would also have his imprisoned enemies sit on a sharp, thick pole and slowly slide them down on it, killing them. For women and children, he would roast the children and feed them to their mothers. Vlad would also cut the breasts of women and feed it to their husbands. Vlad's final reign. After his defeat against the Ottoman Empire, he fled his kingdom and tried finding refuge in Hungary, but in 1462, King Matthias of Corvinus held Vlad captive for about 12 to 14 years. It is said in medievalist.net that in his years held captive, he would, and I quote, trap mice, cut them into pieces, and stick them on bits of wood as he had done with the men he impaled. End quote. Finally, in 1476, Vlad was released and regained his throne, But, unfortunately, his reign did not last long, since he died that same year in December of 1976. It is unclear how he died, possibly from the Ottomans, his own forces, or during the battle while fighting. But after his death, the Ottomans displayed his head as a form of victory over Wallachia. Lasting legacies. After many centuries, Vlad remains a hot topic for historians for his war tactics and his reputation of a ruthless ruler, with some believing he was a monster and others, like Romanians, understanding his actions and considering him a hero and a genius for protecting his country. It is also alleged that Bram Stoker took inspiration of Vlad's life to write his character Dracula for his book. Vlad is one of the reasons for tourism in Romania, with many statues of him being on display, and for having buildings named after him, like the Bram Castle and the Poinari Castle, which attracts many tourists, especially during Halloween season when you can host Halloween parties at the castles. Thank you so much for listening.